Hello everyone, welcome back to SpeakReader. Today, Chapter 2 of Eclipse of Divinity, Echoes of the Past. Thank you so much for joining us, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel and hit the notification bell so you get notified anytime a new video is released. And don't forget to drop some comments and let us know what you think of the story. And now, Chapter 2 of Eclipse of Divinity. As the first rays of the morning sun stretched lazily over the horizon, the cathedral echoed with the solemn melody of Alex's morning prayer. Every utterance hung heavily in the air, entwined with the scent of incense and the hushed anticipation of the gathering congregation. Alex's day unfolded in a harmonious cadence of scripture and service. He preached love and forgiveness, but his words were equally laced with cautionary tales of the dark corners of human nature. He moved among his congregation with an aura of calm, his presence an anchor in the stormy seas of their hardships. Yet within him, uncertainty threatened to pull him back into the abyss. The cathedral served as his sanctuary in penance, a silent witness to his struggle for redemption. As he knelt before the towering crucifix, the cold stone beneath his knees felt like a deserved discomfort, a humbling tether to his earthly sins. Late into the night, when the last echo of the evening prayer had surrendered to silence, Alex found himself alone in the cavernous expanse of the cathedral. The walls, adorned with scenes from Scripture, seemed to close in on him as the flickering candlelight danced upon his past. Suddenly, he was back in a dingy back alley, the stench of decay hanging heavily in the air. His younger self, adorned in leather and ink rather than priestly vestments, towered over a whimpering man. He remembered the thrill coursing through his veins, a sickening cocktail of power and dread. The night was punctured by the man's pleas, the echo which still rang in his ears. The flashback left him feeling cold, a stark reminder of the monster he once was. Shaking himself from the haunting memory, Alex rose from his knees, his gaze drawn to the golden cross adorning the altar. It glowed under the soft light, a beacon in the engulfing darkness, just as he hoped to be for his flock. His sermon echoed palpably the following Sunday, shaped by his inner turmoil. His congregation sat enthralled, hanging on to his every word as he wove tales of sinners who found redemption. Hope, he declared, is our greatest ally and fiercest adversary. It pushes us to seek better, yet it can make us complacent. We must remember, it is not enough to merely hope for redemption. We must strive for it, fight for it. As his gaze swept across the pews, he found an array of emotions staring back at him: hope, skepticism, fear, and faith. They were a mirror of his internal tumult, each face reflecting a facet of his struggle. In the quiet corner, a gaunt figure huddled in the shadows caught his eye. The man's hollow gaze bore into him, his sunken cheeks etching a tale of despair that resonated with Alex's past. The sight of the man struck a chord within him, his own past reflected back at him through the stranger. After the sermon, the last of the congregation disappeared. Alex approached the man. "You bear a heavy burden," he began, "one that I am all too familiar with." The man looked up, surprise flickering in his eyes before being replaced by a guarded wariness. "What would a priest know of my struggles?" he asked, bitterness tinging his voice. The question hung in the air, a remainder of the invisible chasm between the man Alex was and the man he had become. It was a gap he was determined to bridge for his redemption and the salvation of those he now served. His past echoed in his present, a haunting melody underscoring his search for redemption. Yet in its shadows, Alex found a path, a means to use his past sins as stepping stones on his journey toward salvation. This would be his mission, his purpose, to pull lost souls from the brink, using his own journey from darkness into light as a beacon of hope. We hope you enjoyed Chapter 2 of Eclipse of Divinity. Please tune in for Chapter 3, coming soon. Don't forget to hit the notification bell so you get notified every time a new chapter is released. Thank you so much, and we'll see you next time on SpeakReader.